Soundstripe. 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 Soundstripe.
What up, y'all? Happy New Year! I hope everyone had a great night last night and is having a great day so far. We're gonna be streaming a lot this week. A lot. I am off this week, which I desperately need. And we're gonna be doing morning and night streams. So this morning we're going to hopefully wrap up Murder on the Orient. And then we need to wrap up Alan Wake 2. And I originally said I was gonna do a first playthrough of Silent Hill 2, but I changed my mind. I saw this game on TikTok called Remothered. We're gonna play that instead. But first we gotta get through this, and I have to finish Alan. So okay. The last what were we doing last? I think we were trying to still figure out who's left-handed and right-handed. Let me see. Okay, so we need to figure out what's going on between them, because they weird. What is this? Oh yeah, and we figured out that the watch is set in a different time zone. That it's not defective. We need to interrogate suspects with names that start with the letter H. Okay. Let's go with that. What's this? Oh, this is the man who has to speak to his wife, and he denied us.
I would like to speak to Countess Andrény, please.
As I have already told you, she is in no condition to speak to you.
Monsieur le Comte, I am investigating a murder.
I wish you every success, but my wife is too frail to be questioned.
Is she, though?
Monsieur, if I am to catch this murderer, I will need your help.
My help? I am at your service, Poirot.
Okay. You protect your
You
wife.
are very protective of your wife, Count Andrény.
Does that surprise you? Her vertigo can be very dangerous.
I believe there are many kinds of vertigo.
If you don't mind, I'd rather talk to a doctor, not a detective, if you'd excuse me.
Oh, damn it. Let me try again. Alright, we'll try one more time.
Monsieur, if I am to...
My help?
You are obviously a devoted husband, Count Andrény.
My wife means the world to me. There were questions in Budapest about a Hungarian diplomat marrying an American woman.
It did not deter you.
I would have given up my position for her. I would think it is universal. Are you married, Mr. Poirot?
No, I fear marriage is not for me. But her condition, is it very grave?
She is suffering a bout of vertigo. You understand? The room spins.
Okay. Offer the doctor's help.
I think Dr. Constantine could help your wife.
There is a doctor on this train? I did not know. Where is this doctor?
You should go get him.
I think Dr. Constantine is in the lounge car. If not, perhaps the conductor can tell you where he is.
Very well, I will find him. Thank you very much.
Hell yeah. Oh, it's this lady.
Forgive me for intruding, madame. I am Hercule Poirot.
I know who you are, Mr. Poirot. I overheard you send my husband on a wild goose chase.
Your husband cares for you greatly, madame. I apologize for exploiting that fact. But the situation is urgent, and I need to ask you a few questions.
Apology accepted. I realize you must speak to everyone. This horrendous murder. It's very upsetting.
That is a beautiful music box.
Please don't touch the music box. It's a fragile
we're gonna
family
touch it.
heirloom.
Your accent, is it American? Boston, perhaps?
You have a good ear, Mr. Poirot. Yes. Born and raised in what we call the Back Bay.
Are you in the diplomatic service like your husband?
No, not officially. I was still in college when I met Rudy 2 years ago. I keep myself busy handling his scheduling, travel, appointments.
Ah, what is the saying? Behind every great man there is a great woman.
That was the saying. Today one might reverse the sentiment as well, don't you think?
Of course, I stand corrected.
American. I mean, she's young, but I don't think she's 21.
No, not good.
Not a diplomat.
This is wrong. But I'm never far from the truth.
Oh? Oh, there it goes. Damn, she's 21. What the hell do I know?
That was easy. A handkerchief embroidered with an H was found at the crime scene. By any chance, does your first name begin with an H?
No, my first name is Elena, with an E.
Can you tell me what you did last night?
Well, my husband and I went to dinner. Then we came back here. We went to bed around 10 o'clock. I tried to sleep, but I couldn't, because of the shaking of the train. I suffer from vertigo. I finally took a sleeping pill, and that did the trick.
Everybody
When
on
did the
sleeping pills.
train's motion prevent you from sleeping?
Between midnight and 2 a.m. I know because I must have looked at my watch about 10 times.
I see.
I mean, like, literally every single person on the train uses a sleeping pill.
Come now,
Aha.
Countess. You are not telling me the truth.
Why do you say that?
The train stopped at 12:30 a.m. due to snow. So there was no shaking of the train. But you told me that it was the shaking that prevented you from sleeping.
I don't know, you're confusing me. My vertigo.
Madame,
Vertigo.
a man died last night. You can't talk nonsense just because you're sick. You are hiding something from me.
How dare you? I didn't do anything wrong. I'm going to find my husband.
Do we get to mess with the music box?
That was unkind, I know, but my strategy worked. I can now inspect this room in peace.
Oh, there we go. What's this? Just jewelry. Sleeping
These
pills.
must be the sleeping pills that Countess Andreni took last night.
What's up, dog? I know, she's lying. How you been? Great Gatsby. I think this is the only thing left. Y'all, this is gonna take us 10 years. What is this?
There seems to be something missing here.
Yeah, Happy New Year to you, homie. We are playing Murder on the Orient Express. Pretty sure we're nearing the end, but it's been really fun so far.
It's closed.
This is a button and this thing opens. Can we do anything here? Okay, so we gotta find a pattern. Let me look in the room. I don't think there was anything on this. Oh, right here, right here. Okay, so flower is first, a leaf is second, and bird. Is that a flower? I think it is. Voila. Give me your stuff. Okay, so we've got to figure out the tune. Bam. Nope. I was hoping if we just spend it fast enough, maybe it would work. There's gotta be another pattern. I don't know if this figurine is only moving or if the whole thing is moving. There's a music note under it, and I wonder if she needs to be pointing at the... Oh yeah, the whole thing's moving. Oh, I see, I see. I think I need to line... Need to line the symbols up to the symbols down here. Oh. There goes the hill. Good. Keep going. No, click it. Oh, I went too far. A little bit more. Maybe there? No, too far. Okay, maybe? I mean, hell, this might not even be right. Oh, jeez. I keep forgetting which way I'm turning it. Okay, maybe that? No. Let me do a hint and make sure I'm doing the right. I don't need that. Oh, I don't want the answer. I wanted a hint. Okay, so it wasn't lining up with that. Yeah, dude, like I'm garbage at this game. This game is so easy, and I'm just trash. Okay, so I was like going the right direction with it. Not the right spot.
An engraving written in, I believe, Russian Cyrillic. It looks like a first name.
With an H. Can I open it?
An engraving written in,
Is that it? Okay, yeah, that was all. Can I click it again? It looks like you can open it. Oh.
For my beautiful young ladies, Helena and
Helena.
Sonia.
God.
Helena with an H.
Yeah, not Elena.
It's Countess Andreni with an older girl.
Poirot! Have you no shame?
No.
Monsieur, I am afraid shame is not a very helpful emotion for a detective trying to get at the truth.
What are you doing in our compartment?
I am investigating a murder, Count Andreni.
My wife is ill.
My apologies, monsieur, but your wife seemed in perfect health when she left the room to find you. I do apologize, but I needed to search your compartment.
You will regret this, Poirot.
Please, Count. You aren't going to challenge me to a duel, are you? Countess, I'm afraid I took the liberty of inspecting your little music box.
How dare you?
The message in the medallion was addressed to you and Sonia. Sonia, Armstrong, your older sister,
No way.
the mother of Daisy, the murdered child.
I am a Hungarian diplomat. You have no official standing here. You have no right to search.
No, Rudolph. Let me speak. It's useless to deny what this gentleman says. I am Helena Goldenberg, the sister of Sonia Armstrong, and Daisy was my niece. The music box is a gift from my sister's godmother, a very close friend to my mother. We hid the truth from you when we learned that the man killed last night was the person who destroyed my family. I panicked. I didn't want to be accused.
That is also why you lied about the H in your first name?
Exactly. Your ferreting about looking for the H is obviously part of your investigation.
If I found a handkerchief in Monsieur Ratchet's room embroidered with an H, I might suspect you had been there.
A handkerchief? I don't have any handkerchiefs embroidered with my initial. To be honest, that sounds awfully old-fashioned to me.
I give you my word of honor that last night, Helena never left her compartment. My wife is telling you the truth, Poirot.
I hope so. I'll let you rest.
But she has literally every reason.
The matter of the H on the
Kill
handkerchief
the
still
dude.
needs clearing up. But first I should check the inscription on the back of the medallion.
Okay. I know. All of them. They're all lying. To be completely honest, at this point, I feel like all of the passengers on the train, murdered this dude together. Oh, this is gonna be hard. That's that. I don't know if I'm supposed to be. Is it Natalie? No, there's not an E. Is it upside down? You can't turn it that way. That's H. That looks like an A. That looks like a T. That looks like an A. That little squiggle. Oh wait, is it Natalia?
must admit I'm not right this time.
Oh my god. Yeah, but that's not on there. Maybe I'm just dumb. Oh.
Natalia.
Oh, I was right, but it was
Natalia.
Y,
Would
not
it
just
be
an A.
Natalia Dragomirov? She is the only Russian passenger on the train. In addition, her first name begins with an H in Cyrillic. Et voilà.
Et voila. Now we gotta go talk to the princess. She wasn't back there at the restaurant. Came from there. Oh, not her. The mummy. Where the man died. That's our room. Whose room is this? Who are you?
Hello. Can I do something for you?
Hello, Monsieur Hardman, I believe. You have heard of the murder?
Cyrus Hartman. Yes, and the fact that there's been a murder is all over the train.
You do not seem very concerned about it, monsieur.
It's not the first murder I've run across.
I had no idea the selling of toys was so dangerous. I did overhear you mention at dinner that this is your profession.
Toy salesman is a cover. I'm a private detective, just like you, from the U.S.
Interesting. I mean, he looks old, but not like that old.
I must admit I'm not right this time. This is wrong, but I'm never far.
Okay, maybe he old.
Et voilà.
Looks can be deceiving.
I did not expect to find another detective on this train.
I just finished a job in Istanbul when I received an email from Ratchet. He hired me to protect him.
Something you failed to do.
I'm not happy about that. He'd received some threatening letters. I was supposed to watch his back, and yeah, something I failed to do. But he seemed to think he was in more danger when he left the train.
He was traveling to Paris?
I assume so, but I'm not entirely sure.
Can anyone on this train confirm your identity?
Yeah, that McQueen kid. Ratchet's secretary.
No.
Were you on duty last night?
You bet. I kept my door open a crack and I watched all night. No one entered that car who didn't belong there.
Did you see anything in particular?
The conductor, Michelle, he was there most of the time too, except for 15 minutes or so after we left Vinkovsky. He must have answered a call from Ratchet's room, then he was absent again for a while around 1 a.m. After that, he didn't move until 5.
Monsieur Hardman, have you heard of the Armstrong case?
Armstrong? The kidnapping 3 or 4 years ago? Who hasn't? Why?
Ratchet's real name was Cassetti. I have reason to believe he was the kidnapper.
What? He killed that little girl? No, I didn't know. If I had known, I wouldn't have taken the job.
Do you have any idea who was behind the threatening letters?
I don't know his name, but Ratchet told me he was a small man. Dark hair, with a womanish kind of voice.
Oh, thank you for your help.
Okay.
Is this handkerchief embroidered with an H yours?
Do I look like the kind of guy who would use a handkerchief like that?
I mean, you
Thank
never know.
for answering my questions, Monsieur Hardman.
Listen, Poirot. I know I fell down on the job, but if you need help, any at all, let me know. I'd like to make it right.
So we can look at his phone.
Wow. It has been a while since I have seen one of those.
that it? Can't turn it on or nothing?
Well, it has been...
Okay. To find the princess lady. I gotta find the golden mustaches too. Oh, what are they doing down there?
I am not prepared to receive anyone. Come back later.
I'm sorry, madame, but a man has been murdered. I must ask you a few questions.
You must have misunderstood me. I cannot speak to you just now.
Madame, I know that Sonia Armstrong is your goddaughter.
Mm-hmm.
Come in, please.
Please forgive my intrusion, madame, but I really must ask you some questions.
Then ask. I'll answer if it pleases me.
Okay.
We have not been properly introduced, yet I have observed her a couple of times, so I can already deduce some things about her.
She's Russian. The director of a museum. She's gotta be 85.
That was easy. I will first ask you about last night. Will you tell me your movements?
I went to bed just after dinner. I read until 11, then tried to sleep. Later I woke.
What caused you to awaken?
I suffered from back pain, a consequence of old age interfering with an active life. I called Schmidt around 12:45 a.m. to give me a massage. She did so until I fell asleep.
How long was she with you?
A good hour, I would say.
I see. The first initial of your first name, Natalia, in the Cyrillic alphabet looks exactly like the letter H in the Latin alphabet.
I'm Russian, Monsieur Poirot, and I was the head of a museum of antiquities in St. Petersburg for decades, until I moved to Berlin recently. I'm familiar with Cyrillic.
This handkerchief is yours, isn't it?
Yes, indeed. I lost it.
It was found in Monsieur Ratchet's room. Can you explain to me why Madame Schmidt didn't identify the handkerchief? She must have known it was yours.
Possibly to protect me. She is very loyal. Your next question will be, how did my handkerchief come to be lying by a murdered man's body? My reply to that is that I have no idea.
That is not an answer, madame.
It is all I am able to give you.
I know, active life. Like, I feel like if she tried to, jog or something, she'd break a bone. It amazes me, like, she's obviously a suspect now because of the handkerchief. But I feel like if she tried to murder someone, he'd croak.
I must tell you, Princess Dragomirov, I have discovered something astonishing.
And that is?
You are Sonia Armstrong's godmother.
You make that sound like a revelation. I have never hidden the fact, monsieur.
You knew Colonel Armstrong well, then?
I knew him slightly, but his wife, Sonia Armstrong, was my goddaughter. I was on terms of friendship with her mother, the actress Linda Arden. Linda Arden was a genius, one of the greatest tragic actresses in the world. I was not only an admirer of her art, I was a personal friend.
Very well. But this links you to the Armstrong kidnapping case. Helena Andreni is the sister of Sonia Armstrong, the late mother of Daisy Armstrong, kidnapped and killed by the man who was murdered on this train, Ratchet.
Indeed. Was it he? Then justice has at last been served.
Allow
Don't say
me
things like
to
that.
summarize.
Do I have a choice?
First coincidence, I shall call it. You are close to the Armstrong
making himself look
family,
bad.
and the presumed assassin of Daisy Armstrong was killed while you were on board the same train. Second coincidence. Your handkerchief happens to be found at the foot of the victim's bed. Third coincidence. One of the stab wounds inflicted on the body was by a left-handed person. You are left-handed. That is a lot of coincidences, Princess Dragomirov.
Well, Monsieur Poirot, call it fate. If you report to the police your coincidences, they will laugh. A woman of my age and frailty has violently murdered a man? With how many potential witnesses who saw me doddering along the corridor in the middle of the night like Lady Macbeth?
You are right, Princess. You could not work alone, which means you have one or more accomplices. And it is only a matter of time before I find out who they are.
I would appreciate it if you would remove yourself from my room and take your fantasies with you.
Yeah, see, I think they're all in on it. All of them. Bird?
Привет! Привет!
This is Bird. They all in on it. Give me 1 second. Okay. Right. That's what I'm saying. They're still... She's still knocked
So,
out.
my friend, have you finished your investigation?
No, but I have managed to solve a few mysteries.
Okay. I stay here to watch this young lady.
Do this thing. Oh god. Okay, so they said that they were together. He says that she was with her. I think it's Schmidt. Him and him, maybe? Yeah, boy!
That's the right answer.
This is the first time I've gotten that. Oh, so we need to talk to our friend. I don't know. Okay, so all of them are like checked off green. But some of them are like that. I don't know what that means. I guess we'll just talk to the dude right here. Here we go.
Oh, Poirot, you're there. She hasn't moved, but she seems to be waking up little by little. What about you? Your investigation progresses?
I find myself helping everyone with their problems before they can help me with mine. I have shifted boxes, helped with hangovers, repaired an orange juicer, unlocked some Russian dolls, all so my investigation can proceed.
Don't forget the dessert recipe.
How can I?
Truly, the labors of Hercules.
My friend, I would rather clean out the Orient stables. Yet, I have managed to solve a few mysteries.
Oh, tell me everything.
The
Handkerchief.
embroidered handkerchief belongs to Princess Dragomirov. I also found out that she was Sonia Armstrong's godmother.
On the same train with the little girl's murderer?
Exactly. Also, Elena Andreni is the younger sister of Sonia Armstrong, Daisy's mother.
Another passenger connected to the Armstrong case?
Yes, Book. What are the odds, do you think? But I cannot see either woman stabbing Ratchet over and over again in a frenzy. And they apparently have alibis. I had 3 theories concerning the broken watch. It could have been tampered with. It could have been out of adjustment before the murder. Or, of course, it could indicate the actual time of the murder. The only hypothesis I could rule out was that the watch was out of adjustment. For the others, they are impossible to verify. So the watch is of little use to the investigation.
And I was convinced that it indicated the time of the crime. 2 women involved in the Armstrong case.
Let us not forget our patient here. There are 3 women.
Look, she seems to be waking up.
But I don't think she murdered anybody. She was trying to investigate the case of the little girl being
What's happening
kidnapped
to
and
me?
murdered.
Did I fall asleep again?
Indeed, Mademoiselle Locke. Did you take any medication? Sleeping pills, for example?
No, I never use sleeping pills.
I inspected your cup. You can clearly see that there is a residue of something at the bottom. I'm sure a lab test would confirm you were drugged. Most likely an overdose. That would explain your battle to shake off the effects.
You think Fräulein Schmidt did it?
She certainly had the most opportunity, but why would she?
But no one knew who I was. It's impossible that someone deliberately targeted me.
Okay. Choose 2 people most likely drugged. This lock. I definitely think Miss drag him off. Drag them off. Maybe her, because she works for her, I think. I think that's the relationship here. Could have been her. Her and the captain are kind of sus. Let's try them.
Think, Poirot. That is not a good answer.
Let's try them.
No,
Oh,
not good.
But okay, we got one. I don't think it was him. Did we do Miss Hubbard?
This is wrong. But I'm never far from the truth.
Maybe it's her.
I must admit
Not her.
I'm not
Like, if you just
right
keep
this
clicking
time.
enough, eventually you'll get the right answer.
I do not think that's the right answer. Fräulein Schmidt or Monsieur Michel may have drugged the tea that Mademoiselle Locke drank.
That is not what I
Fräulein Schmidt
expected.
or Pierre Michel could have drugged your tea. They are really the only 2 people on this train who could have done it. But why would either one do it?
Mr. Poirot, I'm feeling much better. I'd like to bring you up to date to why I ended up on this train.
If you are able, I would very much like you to finish your story.
Very well then. After the Daisy Armstrong case was officially closed, I put out a standing request to the police departments in the Boston area for anything on Michael Clark. But he didn't turn up on their radar. I even set up an anonymous tip line for news about Clark. That's how I met Braid, a sketchy contact on the dark web, but they found nothing I could use.
Well, that's a little weird.
4 long years passed without anything new. Every day I looked at the evidence board I put up in my apartment bedroom. Then this morning, a police report landed on my desk that changed everything. I paid a visit to the police property room and took home a box full of clues. There was his name. Michael Clark.
Mustache?
Not really my style, but I'll take it.
No, it is your style. I know, right? Reaching out to somebody on the dark web? Like, the fuck? Maybe, dude. Oh, how did that happen? I didn't even click off the screen.
I've read it probably 10 times already, but I can't get enough of it. Don't know why. Maybe because it helps me sleep?
Weird. This is such a weird book to fall asleep to. Look at the cat. Oh, she's got a picture of Daisy in her room. A little weird. Let's see what's in this box.
A bill from the power company with, I'm sure, plenty of excuses why my rates keep going up.
Oh no way, it's dude from the train.
Travel. For the discriminating traveler. Also for the overworked detective who never seems to have time for a vacation. Well, I can dream, can't I?
The case file we were using? Oh, this is different.
Years of no new leads in the Armstrong case, and then this. Michael Clark, the sarcastic reporter, my prime suspect in the kidnapping, murdered 4 years ago?
Is that him?
This is Michael Clark? He doesn't look anything like the
No.
journalist I interviewed. Michael, you have earned a place on my evidence board.
Yeah, that dude looks completely different. Where all this stuff from?
The lab team found this keychain in the cabin, but they wouldn't have bothered to examine the keys once the DA shut down the investigation. The keys were just tossed in the evidence box along with everything else. It's too unusual not to demand a closer look.
Okay. When we playing Dungeons and Dragons. I feel like this is like one of those things that you squeeze and the eyeballs pop out. I don't know if there's actually something to that or not. Or the next thing. Oh, this is a pocket knife.
A key knife. They sell them on the internet for self-protection.
Hmm. 35.69. Oh. 3, 5, 6. Fuck yeah, bitch.
What do we find? A capsule and a smell. Bitter almonds. Cyanide.
The fuck? This one. Oh, that sound is horrendous. confused. Are there multiple pieces? Oh, okay. Okay, that's a mouthpiece. That's a headpiece. Oh no! Hang on, if I back out, we'll reset it. Yeah, there we go. Rotate that down. There we go. USB.
A USB key. Let's plug it into my PC and see what nasty little secret it contains.
Plug it into my PC. Oh yeah, same. I'm bad at them, but I really enjoy doing puzzle games. Okay, so we gotta figure this out. I feel like it has something to do with the dots on the face. Let me make sure there's... Oh wait, I think I get it. I don't know if this one counts. Yeah, it does. Yeah, boy. Another knife.
What do they call this? Brass knuckles? Knuckle dusters? Illegal in Massachusetts. Possession alone can lead to serious jail time.
That's all for the keys. This is the wine bottle we
The
found in
only
cabin.
fingerprints found on the bottle were Suzanne's. So clever. All that evidence, and yet no DNA found.
And this is Daisy's little stuffed animal.
Fluffy. Daisy's plush toy.
No, not that one. Found it. Oh yeah, the hairbrush.
Suzanne's hair, so conveniently left in the cabin for us to find. It was planted. I knew she was innocent.
Okay, let's look at the board. This is like Alan Wake-esque. Connect two items on the board together to create a link. Okay, well that's not... No, I want to like now look at it. Oh, we can zoom all the way in. Okay.
I knew it! The faces don't match at all. They are
Mhm.
clearly two different men. I should run facial recognition on my computer.
Damn, girl, you just got everything. I guess that was it. What is this?
The DA resigned soon after the Armstrong case. It haunted him just as it has haunted me.
don't know if I'm supposed to connect all these or not. It doesn't look like this actually goes anywhere. No, I can't connect it to that. Yeah. Okay. Let's go over to the computer. Wait a minute, that looks like... It doesn't look like Ratchet. That looks like, the reporter guy. That too.
Maybe they needed to show the ransom to someone to check if the serial numbers were still on record. I'll print them, and on the wall they go.
Oh, wait.
Shaved off the metro beard. But I'd recognize that smug bastard anywhere. The man I
okay.
interviewed 4 years ago posing as Michael Clark. This goes on the board. Okay, the real Michael Clark has been dead for years. Let's see if the photo of
Yeah,
the fake
this
Michael
is-
Clark matches someone in the database of known criminals. I've tried this several times in the past few years, but came up empty. Maybe whoever he really is has finally made a mistake.
Yeah, I guess.
That could be him, but he looks pretty different.
So this is... If I recognize the face correctly, this is Ratchet, the man that was murdered on the train. I mean, the nose looks similar.
Yes, he seems different at first glance, but still, it's the same person. No, Joanna. That doesn't track.
Mouth.
No, I did something wrong.
Well, I don't know what to tell you.
Come on, Joanna. That's a rookie mistake.
All right.
Oh, what a change between the two photos. I'm a ding-dong.
Good.
He's changed his appearance a lot. Probably had some plastic surgery
I
on his nose.
misunderstood the
But there is no
directions.
doubt it's the same person. Let's see why he was arrested.
Arrested November 23rd. Yeah, 23rd. What the fuck is 25th? 2023. Blah, 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 blah. Hey, Bill, I'm let out. I know, I'm horrible at reading directions, especially when I'm putting things together. I just try to wing it.
Absolutely nothing on this Cassetti. His driver's license is almost surely a fake. I know I have to stop printing. It's bad for the planet.
No. I wanted to pet the cat, but I don't think we can. Okay, so this goes with this.
This tattoo is the same on both pictures.
I guess that doesn't go with anything.
So, Ratchet's real name was Cassetti.
Okay. Now what? Unless I need to... This map thing don't really make a whole lot of sense. The phone records. Leave the cat. I don't know what else I'm supposed to be connecting. Oh, we missed something in the box. What are we missing here? Oh. Oh, I see. It's a puzzle. Screwdriver? Oh, it's a lockpick.
What do we have here? A flashlight. They can also conceal knives, but in this case we have lockpicks.
Okay. Alright, so that's all those. I think. Yeah, that's that. Look, we've been connecting shit this whole time, and it's like, you don't have any of them. Oh. That unallowed him, so. I like the music. Reminds me of like something from like a medieval game or medieval movie. He's an imposter. Okay. I don't know what I'm missing.
I know I have to stop.
Okay, so we're not missing anything else to put up here. want the code. Now undo. Because it just let me like connect. Well, I mean, I guess it's right if it let me connect them. Is this? I don't know if this is from the nanny or not. Yeah, I mean, this one makes sense. Okay. Alright, y'all. I'm gonna take a break for a minute. We go get some drink. And probably pet my cats. We'll be back in a second.
Soundstripe. 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 Soundstripe.
All right, we back, homie balonies. Okay. All right, let me look around to make sure I didn't miss. Got everything in there. I think Moby Dick had anything.
I don't have time to waste on magazines.
Wait, is it the one we picked up? In the box?
Mr. Ratchet, you didn't just steal statuettes. What recent information does the database have on you?
Ah,
It's so frustrating. I have a
So we're
name, but I
missing the
can't
whole
find
fucking
anything
town?
about him. But I know
Jesus.
just who to call.
no. There you go. It's not like blasting.
Robot Defense League, we are monitoring this call.
Hello, Braid. Long time.
Oh, Joanna. Hey, how may I assist you?
I need you to search the dark web.
Yeah, can you narrow that down a little? Cause, it's pretty big and pretty dark out here.
Could you find intel about a Samuel Ratchet?
Samuel Ratchet. Got it. Bad dude?
They don't come worse. Send me what you find by email.
Alright, hang on. Okay. Yeah, uh-huh. Okay, nope. And... okay. Oh, this might be something. I gotta do a deeper dive, but, you should find this interesting. Could be coincidence if I believed in them. Emailing details.
Domo arigato, Mr. Roboto.
We're here to
Get
save
outta here.
mankind. Oh, it's a cookbook.
Need to check email. Oh, it's tickets to the train.
The Orient Express. I'm gonna print these tickets and put them on the board. This is Ratchet's ticket. These tickets were all booked by McQueen.
Hmm? Queen. I don't think we have a picture of her. Oh, right there.
The person traveling with Ratchet has the same last name as my district attorney during the Armstrong case?
Oh. It's starting to come together. Alright, what this say? Find information about the Orient Express magazine. That's not... Put it up.
The Orient Express departs from Istanbul next week. Interesting. I'll put it on the board. The event? Some old train. But that face, that man.
That man. Okay, so...
I know that face. That's John Armstrong's driver.
No way! Dude, this shit's insane.
Next week, a certain Edward Masterman will be on the Orient Express. Foscarelli will be on the Orient Express next week.
Is this going in?
Ratchet will be
Okay.
traveling on the Orient Express in a week.
And then this one too.
Hector McQueen will be on the Orient Express next week.
this go? I mean, maybe it doesn't go anywhere? Oh, no.
As Ratchet is alive, the dead man can only be Noah.
What dead man? Where'd the dead man come from?
Goodbye, Michael Clark. Hello, Samuel Ratchet, the man who stole your identity and your life.
Is that it? No, two more. But I don't know where this body came from. I don't know. I don't remember seeing a dead body out at the cabin.
I knew it. He's the son of my former DA. He goes on the evidence board.
But he clearly knows who Ratchet is. This and that.
Hector McQueen is the son of District Attorney McQueen. Damn, Ratchet is taking the Orient Express next week. McQueen, the district attorney's son, is too. Foscarelli, the Armstrong chauffeur, is too. It can't be a coincidence. McQueen and Foscarelli must have decided to take revenge and will undoubtedly attack Ratchet on this train. I have to be on the Orient Express to stop them. And above all, I must stop Ratchet. But I can't do it in Istanbul because there's no extradition treaty with the United States. Ratchet can never be judged in the US without an extradition treaty. I'll have to wait until he's in Paris to have him arrested.
Dude, shit's fucking wackadoo. I got a ticket.
I know I have to stop printing. It's bad for the planet.
The mouse?
I know I have to stop printing. It's bad.
Person's being weird.
Every compartment is taken for this special anniversary journey. It's impossible to find a ticket. What can I do?
Fraud.
I could try to get on the train without a ticket, but I could end up arrested. And Ratchet could get away or get murdered. No, there's a better way. Let's find out who's traveling on the Orient Express. Time to call Braid.
Oh. Everything's starting to make sense now.
Braid! It's me again.
I haven't found anything useful yet.
I need one last favor. But it's a big one.
Uh-oh.
Can you find me the list of passengers of the Orient Express for that anniversary trip?
Hold on. Jeez, their IT is surprisingly good. Maybe because of the big event. I found the list, but they sealed my back door as I was starting to capture it.
Oh no.
Whoa, calm down. I got one name. female. The name I got before they kicked me off the server was Stacy Johnson. Do you feel like a Stacy Johnson?
The question is,
Yes.
how is she going to feel about helping me?
That's one you'll have to figure out for yourself. I gotta go back to weaving my magic on the whip.
I will be Stacy Johnson.
Hello, is this Stacy Johnson?
Who's asking?
It might as well be a
My name
front,
is
right?
Joanna Locke. I'm a police detective.
And I'm just an actress. Now what did I do wrong?
Nothing. I need your help. I need to take your place in the Orient Express.
Is this a joke? No way.
Let's talk about the case.
Do you remember the Armstrong kidnapping?
Of course I do. That poor little girl.
I'm a police officer. I have a new lead that may help me find her killer.
Wait, didn't they prove it was the nanny?
New
I have found
evidence.
compelling new evidence. I've reopened my investigation.
You know, I had my doubts about the murderous nanny. I played a nanny a couple years ago in a slasher. I was killed in the first episode, but it got me interested in helping kids.
Stacy, please. You say you help kids?
Well, I joined a couple of associations who are trying to help underprivileged kids. If this little girl's real killer is still out there somewhere, I'd do anything I could to help.
Getting me on that train will help more than you can imagine.
So, you want my ticket for the Orient Express? But I booked it months ago. I was so much looking forward to this trip.
It's too damn bad, Stacy.
I'll give you twice what you paid for the ticket.
You think I care about the money? You still don't get it, do you? I'm hanging
Hey,
up.
Autumn, Happy
Goodbye.
New Year.
Wait. Stacy, I can tell you care about kids. Here's your chance to help put this beast in prison for the rest of his life. Think of the publicity for those causes you care about. Think about the kids.
The kids. Yeah. All right. We'll do it for Daisy and the kids who suffer. I'll take care
Finally,
of changing the
Stacey.
tickets to your name and send it to you. Get him. Make him pay.
I will. Thank you so much.
Right? She doesn't need to be a bitch about it. Right? Isn't it cute?
Stacy was as good as her word. I received the ticket. I called my chief to let him know I was taking my vacation time. I had coming. I flew to Istanbul. I was finally going to nail the monster responsible for Daisy Armstrong's death, Michael Clark's death, even his accomplice, and, I suspected, so many others as well. You know the rest.
And now we're Stacy Johnson. No, not yet, but we're like right at the end.
And that's how I found myself on this train. On Ratchet's trail. The rest, you know. My identity is easily checked with the Berkshire Police.
Thank you for your detailed account, Mademoiselle Locke. In addition to giving us crucial details of the investigation, you have made it clear that there are many who might wish to see Ratchet dead.
I think she's innocent. I just think she wanted him to face his judgment.
I know you are innocent. Your forthright testimony and your movements, or lack of them, last night eliminate you from our list of suspects.
I agree, without a doubt. Another detective will be great help to the investigation.
Book,
Although my friend certainly does not need any help.
you are too kind.
Thank you for believing me. I'd like to help in any way I can.
Do not worry, Mademoiselle Locke. Already I see things more clearly. It's obvious whoever drugged you was trying to derail your investigation.
You mean the person who did this to me is Ratchet's killer?
Both Monsieur Michel and Fraulein Schmidt had the means and opportunity to drug you. While you get your strength back, I intend to interview them.
Excellent idea, my friend. All this excitement has whetted my appetite. I'm sure Mademoiselle Locke won't say no to a good, invigorating meal.
What? No, I want to hear what the conductor and Fräulein Schmidt have to say for themselves.
It is my duty to ensure the well-being of the passengers. If Dr. Constantine has no objection, I will escort you to the restaurant car.
On the contrary, some food will do her the greatest good.
Well, I'm still a little shaky. Mr. Poirot, will you please keep me informed about what you learn?
You may be certain
No,
of it.
I'm gonna keep you in the dark. You know what would make this spectacular? Now we're a real detective. Okay. Yes, I did. Do you love it? I can't move my face too much or it'll fall off. Looking for Schmidt, Mr. Michelle. That's my room. That's murder room. How's the door open? What are you
I
guys
have
doing?
nothing to ask them at the moment.
No,
I
they
should leave
look
them alone.
Suspicious. That's Schmidt, right?
Good evening, Fräulein Schmidt. May I disturb you for a moment?
You asked so politely, mein Herr, but I do not think I have a choice.
Let's just lay it out there. You drugged her.
I know you drugged Mademoiselle Locke's tea. Don't try to deny it.
Nevertheless, I do deny it.
Ooh.
I wanted to let you know that your roommate, Mademoiselle Locke, is awake.
Ah, yes, I'm glad to hear that. I was worried about her. Did she tell you what had happened to her?
Okay, maybe we should just play it like...
Unfortunately, she doesn't remember much, but we found a residue of a sleeping pill in her cup of tea. Since you two were alone together in your room when she drank it, who else but you could have drugged her?
Must I point out I do not make the tea on this train? You should question the conductor or the kitchen staff.
She has some
I
pills.
know you have sleeping pills, Fräulein.
I do have some. Do you think I'm the only person on this train who finds it difficult to sleep? I believe the Countess Andreni takes them. And I heard the Olsen woman thanking Mrs. Hubbard for a pill.
That was aspirin.
If you say so.
Mademoiselle Locke
She being
could
so
have died.
defensive.
Whoever drugged her must not feel any empathy for their fellow human beings, given the dose that Mademoiselle Locke ingested. She was close to death.
Oh my God. What did I do? I didn't want to
you
hurt her.
bitch.
Just have her sleep for a few hours while we had time.
We? Time for what? Time for what, Madame Schmidt?
You think I feel nothing? Nothing? That poor, poor little girl.
Indeed, that poor, poor little girl. Fräulein Schmidt is somehow connected to the Armstrong case.
Okay, what could link her to the Armstrong?
Think, Poirot. That is not a good answer.
No, it's not, but hey. We're trying here.
That's the right answer. Fräulein Schmidt, I have a certain reputation for sniffing out...
I am not a murderer.
Forgive me, but I was going to say brilliant chefs. You were the Armstrong family's cook, were you not?
Yes. I was the cook of that lovely, lovely family. I'm sorry, but I must ask you to give me some time to collect myself. It wasn't supposed to be like this. My darling, my poor darling child.
I will give you that time, Fräulein. You have given me much more in exchange. I must check in with my
What's
other
it?
suspects to
Is she
make
saying it
certain
wasn't supposed
I
to be
have
like that
all
because
the
the
pieces
little
of
girl
the
died?
puzzle in my possession.
Go 3 after Mr. Michaud. Yeah.
Can I get you something, Monsieur Poirot? Everyone is so tense.
An aperitif soon, Monsieur Fauchet, with pleasure, when the matter is resolved.
Where is he at? What are you doing?
Jean, you've mixed everything up again. Oh, I can't find the coffee liqueur for tonight's dessert.
I don't think anybody's gonna be eating dessert. Oh, they got here quick.
You're right, Mr. Book. This dessert is delicious. I'm glad we didn't wait for dinner.
I promise the entrée will be superb as well.
Detective Locke, you are recovering well, I see.
Yes, I should be helping with the investigation. Do you know who drugged me?
It is early yet for conclusions. When I return, then we shall see.
Do not worry, Poirot. She is in good hands. Hotaru, Freya, and yours truly are looking after her.
Hmm? Mr. Michaud. Jeff, I don't think he's back here. Let's go all the way back to the other side. It's usually right out here on the other side of this door. Less of them. All the same. And I hope not. That's our friend. Mr. Book or... I don't know how to say their names. They're really difficult to say. I know that's Mr. McQueen. What are you doing?
All that snow.
Are you familiar with the concept of entropy, Monsieur McQueen?
Oh, Mr. Poirot, I didn't see you. Entropy? Randomness in a system or something?
Yes, unpredictability. Even the best laid plans can go astray, thanks to something as simple as...
An unexpected passenger?
Perhaps. Or snow.
What's he doing?
Are you all right, Mr. Poirot?
No, what are
and
you
Ms.
doing?
Locke? Has she had symptoms again?
I didn't mean to disturb you, Doctor. Everything progresses satisfactorily. Book is a collector, and not surprisingly, he collects
so I guess
trains.
our friend and the doctor are sharing a room? Yo, where's this guy at? Yeah, it was a cute clock. I wonder if set an alarm, if it goes choo choo, it goes off. Choo choo. That's our room. Dead man's room. Talking to those two ladies. I see he's normally right here. Where the fuck did he go? Did we look in this bathroom? Now maybe he's all the way in the storage room. He's still crying. We looked in that bathroom. Lock and book. The chef. This bathroom. Oh wait, we can go in here. We haven't been able to go in here before. Okay.
Good evening, Michel. Am I bothering you? You seem stressed.
With everything that's going on, I must admit it's difficult to be relaxed.
Of course, I understand. Especially since we know that Detective Locke's tea was drugged before it was served to her.
Detective?
Come now, Michel. Surely you would have taken the opportunity to search her things and found her badge. Luckily, she woke up and was finally able to tell us her story.
Otaru boiled the water, Jean made the tea. I just brought it. Sir, it could have been any of the staff.
Your defense is to accuse others? You have a network connection?
No, unfortunately. It's just an automatic reminder to pay my rent. I always forget, and my landlord complains.
Pierre Michel had to be involved in the murder. The drugged tea, his post at the end of the hall, and now I know why I know more than one of those people on the screen.
That's him, and this is dude, that's all the people. This is the nanny, this is the guy we're talking to, and this is the private investigator.
Fantastic. Nice. Good job.
The hell?
That's the right answer.
Literally everyone on this train knows one another.
Are the father of Suzanne Moreau, Daisy Armstrong's nanny. My condolences on the death of your wife.
What? But my wife...
Enough lies. Suzanne does not bear your name?
No. Suzanne's mother and I were divorced. Suzanne kept her mother's name.
My most sincere condolences, Monsieur Michel, on the deaths of Suzanne and your wife.
This job, I loved them, but I was never there for them. Then, a year after the divorce, Solange became ill. Suzanne took her to this special hospital in the US. Got that job as Daisy's nanny.
I understand your pain, and the reason that led you to drug Detective Locke.
We really can't hide anything from you, can we?
Many have been foolish enough to try and keep the truth from Hercule Poirot.
Yes, I admit, I drugged the tea. But it was only to keep her quiet, until I could... But she reacted so much to the sleeping pills.
She was lucky, as are you. that she didn't die. To be frank, there is one more thing that puzzled me, but I think I understand now.
I know. Woo! The power of the mustache. I forgot to put it back on. What is Mr. Harbin's relationship to Mr. Michel? Not, I think.
You have a certain fondness for
Okay,
Monsieur
yeah.
Hardman, no?
Not
Cyrus
very
is a good friend, and I appreciate him a lot, but it's not that. Cyrus was my daughter's fiancé. I almost consider Cyrus as my own son.
Of course, much more is clear now. I have been patient long enough. It is time to go and see what all the commotion is next door.
Oh my god.
Monsieur Hardman, excellent. The gods who watch over detectives must have trapped you here.
Now,
Why
did he
didn't
raise
they
his
watch
fist?
over me? I'm a detective too. I was talking to Michelle about a leaky faucet, and I wanted to go out, but you showed up.
No need to invent some preposterous story.
But really,
Michel has told me everything. You are the fiancé of Suzanne Moreau, his daughter.
Oh. I see.
Surely this is not a big surprise to you.
No. Suzanne was the only woman I ever loved. And I failed her. We got into a spat. It was nothing, but I was too proud to apologize. We weren't speaking at all. Suzanne never really cared for that guy Noah. She would have forgiven me. If only. If only.
If only. A common refrain between lovers who quarrel. Obviously, Pierre Michel and Fräulein Schmidt both drugged Detective Locke's tea, causing the overdose. No wonder she had so much trouble waking up. Time to report my findings to her and Mook.
Oh, mustache. God, we've only found 13 of 40.
You can never have too many of these.
I know. One that I could clip would be so much better than this. The tape sucks. Alright, let's go talk to our friend. I don't think I need to talk.
So, my friend, tell me, you have something new?
All hail the golden mustache. Thank you. I think it looks great. I really feel like the detective in the game.
Mademoiselle Locke, I know who drugged you. Fräulein Schmidt and our conductor Pierre Michel both admitted putting sleeping pills into your tea. This explains your overdose. They are relieved you are recovering.
Michel drugged a passenger? On behalf of the company, I offer my apologies to you, Mademoiselle Locke. Michel will answer for this outrage.
Both of them? I was pretty sure about Fräulein Schmidt, but I admit that I did not suspect the conductor.
I didn't either.
I have uncovered multiple connections with the Armstrong case. Pierre Michel is the father of Suzanne Moreau, little Daisy's nanny, and Monsieur Hardman was Suzanne's fiancé. As for Hildegard Schmidt, she was the cook of the Armstrong family. What a coincidence, don't you think?
But it's incredible! What are the odds that so many people linked to that tragic affair ended up on the same train?
About the same as you winning the lottery, my friend.
I wasn't the officer who interviewed Fräulein Schmidt back then, so she couldn't recognize me here on the train. How could they know who I was?
There were other passengers who might have. Or she may have seen you when you visited the Armstrong home. It is now clear to me that some of the clues to this elaborate plot were staged for my benefit.
What did they want me to believe? I think it's this one. This Belgrade we stopped at.
I must admit I'm not right this
Oh
time.
my god.
Think,
Not surprised.
Poirot, that
Are
is
you
not a
cooking
good
thing?
answer.
Keep clicking
That was
around and you'll
easy.
get it.
Some clues and information collected so far could lead to a hypothesis. The murderer boarded the train in Vinkovsky, killed Ratchet, and then left the train immediately.
How did you come to that possibility?
Monsieur Hardman told me about a short man with a high-pitched voice who threatened Ratchet. Imagine for a moment that this man, wearing a wagon-lit conductor's jacket, killed him while Michel was on the platform at Vinkovsky. This murderer then hid the conductor's jacket in Detective Locke's room, then fled before the train left.
Why choose Detective Locke's room?
Why, indeed. Let me re-explain from the beginning.
No, from what I'm understanding, the murderer is still on the train, but I think it's more than one person. I don't think it's just one of the people on the train. Okay. What is this? Murderer boards the train disguised as a conductor. Rid of the jacket. Here's this one and this one. This one and this one, maybe?
This is wrong, but I'm never far from the truth.
I wish it would do like the other ones where if I get it right, it does a little check mark. Oh, wait. Stop there. Okay, so he gets off the train. Imposter gets on. And then he gets back off. Or he gets off and then Mr. Michel gets back on. Hey, baby!
That was easy.
Mon Dieu! Oui! That must be it! Everything fits so well!
It fits too well, my friend. Other clues lead to a second hypothesis, much more plausible.
Oh, great. This one.
I'm right again. That happens to me a lot. So, we have multiple murderers, all related to the Armstrong case. The murderer from Vinkovsky was a fabrication to turn suspicion away from those on the train. They expected the investigation to be led by some small-town official who could easily be misled.
Mr. Poirot?
Detective Locke, forgive me. You are an obvious exception. You tracked Ratchet with the tenacity of a bloodhound. Unfortunately for the killers, they not only had you to deal with, But now they had, and I say this with all modesty, the world's greatest detective, Hercule Poirot, dropped into the midst of their meticulous planning.
Multiple murderers? Multiple detectives? Poirot, please take pity on me. Who is linked to this case, and who is not?
My poor friend, I have gone speeding out of the station without you. I will continue.
Alright. I don't think he has anything to do with it, and he doesn't, the doctor does not. Her, him, 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 him. Her. I think that was all. Oh, her too. Maybe her? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, we need one more. Definitely not him. Her? Fuck yeah!
My little dress cells did not let me down. Fraulein Schmidt, Pierre Michel, Monsieur Hardman, and Monsieur McQueen are all linked to the Armstrong case. I also know that Sonia Armstrong's sister and godmother, Countess Andreni and Princess Dragomirov, are on this train. And finally, Detective Locke discovered that Mr. Foscarelli was the Armstrong chauffeur.
If we add Detective Locke and Ratchet, of the 12 passengers in that coach, 9 have a connection with the Armstrong case. What next, Poirot? Or should I say, who next?
It is time to summon everyone.
Everyone? Even Dr. Constantine? The train crew other than Michel?
Dr. Constantine, yes. I will need him. But we don't want the others as witnesses.
I will see that their duties keep them occupied elsewhere.
Excellent. I have always thought this moment in a case is much like Rodin unveiling the thinker before a captivated audience. A work of art. Have you not felt that way, Detective?
No, Mr. Poirot. I'm happy just to slap the cuffs on him.
Well, there is some artistry in that as well, I suppose.
Where would you like the unveiling, Poirot? The lounge?
Perfect.
Then I will gather all the passengers in the lounge.
Ah, beautiful. I guess the train is just gonna stay stuck forever. Okay, we just need to go to the lounge car. Hey, chicken. You like my mustache?
Yeah.
Yeah. This is the only mustache I have.
Monsieur Bouc, are the train crew locked in their quarters?
Yes, they are.
Then the stage is set for the final act. Ladies and gentlemen, I have gathered you together to hear my reconstruction of the murder of Samuel Edward Ratchet, also known as Cassetti. There is not one, but two possible solutions of the crime. I shall put them both before you, and I shall ask Monsieur Bouc and Dr. Constantine here to judge which solution is the correct one.
2 solutions?
Mr. Poirot, I am hardly qualified.
Nevertheless, your assistance is required. Now, you all know the facts of the case. Ratchet was found stabbed to death this morning. He was last known to be alive at 12:37 a.m. last night, when he spoke to the wagon-lit conductor through the door. His watch was found to be badly dented, and it had stopped at 1:15. Dr. Constantine, who examined the body, puts the time of death as having occurred between midnight and 2 in the morning. At half an hour after midnight, as you all know, the train ran into a snowdrift. After that time, it was impossible for anyone to leave the train. So, here is my first theory. The enemy, as Ratchet expected, joined the train at Vinkovsky by the door left open by Captain Arbuthnot and Monsieur McQueen, who had just descended to the platform. He was equipped with a wagon-lit jacket, which he wore over his ordinary clothes, and a pass key which enabled him to gain access to Ratchet's compartment in spite of the doors being locked. Ratchet was under the influence of a sleeping draught. This man stabbed him with great ferocity, 12 wounds in all. He left the compartment through the communicating door to Madame Hubbard's compartment.
Yes, that's so. Scared me half out of my wits.
The murderer thrust the dagger he had used into Mrs. Hubbard's handbag in passing. Without knowing it, he lost a button of his uniform. Then he slipped out of the compartment and along the corridor. He put the uniform jacket into Detective Locke's suitcase to cast suspicion on her. And a few minutes later, dressed in his ordinary clothes, he left the train just before it started off again, using the same means for egress, the door near the dining car. That is the first hypothesis. But there's a second. For that, we must examine the motive for the crime. Why was Ratchet killed?
Revenge.
The motive is clear. Revenge, of course. Nothing was stolen, and we know that Ratchet had made many enemies. This was a premeditated crime, meticulously planned.
Several months.
Since the kidnapping and death of little Daisy Armstrong, which traumatized many people close to the family. Even when the police concluded that it was Suzanne Moreau, questions remained. Detective Locke continued her investigation, as did others. They became convinced the truth lay elsewhere. We now know who the real murderer of Daisy is.
Ratchet.
It is clear now that Daisy's killer was Ratchet, also known as Cassetti and Michael Clark and how many other names. But of course, many of you have known this for a long time. It is obvious that the 12 stab wounds are not a random number. Dr. Constantine's analysis revealed that some stab wounds appeared to have been caused by a right-handed attacker. Others indicated the knife wielder was left-handed. Some wounds were deep, more than one fatal, yet others were not much more than mere scratches. What can explain these discrepancies? This leads us to an obvious conclusion. They are symbolic.
Okay, I don't. It's not her age because she was very little, so I think the jury.
12 stabs. 12! The same number as a trial jury in the United States. But not just a jury of 12 members condemning him to death, but 12 executioners as well. This self-appointed jury had meticulously planned for everything except
Snow.
snow. The avalanche that stopped us, as well as the presence of not one but 2 detectives on the train. They had to improvise, to hastily add clues and false leads.
Okay, false leads.
The
Conductor's jacket.
conductor's jacket, found in Detective Locke's suitcase, was put there only to cast suspicion upon her.
The red kimono?
This woman in a red kimono does not exist. I don't know which of the passengers it was. It does not really matter. It was just a performance, a charade to introduce another possible culprit to muddy the
A
waters.
charade.
The time on Ratchet's broken watch was deliberately set to conceal the true time of the crime. The vial of vaping liquid incriminated Captain Arbuthnot. However, he had a solid alibi confirmed by Monsieur McQueen. Impossible then to suspect him. All these false leads were intended for me. But I am Poirot. I understood the truth. We have a train full of suspects. It's time to identify who the real culprits are. Let's start with Detective Locke.
No. What is the proof that clears Miss Locke? She was drugged.
Planting the conductor's jacket in her suitcase was an attempt to implicate Detective Locke, but she couldn't fake her drugged condition. Dr. Constantine can testify that the drugged tea incapacitated her for hours, and she had 2 relapses. Let us move on to Monsieur McQueen. When I told him about Cassetti, he looked very surprised that I managed to make the connection between him and the Armstrong case. He told me, "But I thought we had..." I think he meant...
What did Mr. McQueen mean? Thought we had eliminated all clues. I thought we had already arrested the culprit.
You thought you didn't leave any real clues linking the murder to the Armstrong kidnapping. Moreover, you insisted that Ratchet did not speak French when you knew I had heard a voice calling out in French that was supposed to be Ratchet.
I don't think he did.
I do not think that's the
Okay,
right
I'm
answer.
wrong. His father? He was the district attorney. He's the son of the district attorney.
You took some pleasure in leaving me false clues, I think. It was quite annoying. But you told me yourself that your father was the district attorney who handled the Armstrong case.
The case haunted my father. At first, he believed Suzanne Moreau had helped her boyfriend, Noah, to kidnap Daisy, even though there were questions that went unanswered, and a young policewoman refused to let it go, continuing to find discrepancies, but never enough to reopen the official investigation.
That policewoman sits there. Her name is Joanna Locke.
Then tell him. Tell him how in the end my father believed you, how he resigned a job that he loved, racked with guilt that he may have let that monster go free. He died young,
broken. His faith in justice broken. That's what Ratchet did to him.
Thank you for your honesty, Monsieur McQueen. Your father is one more victim of the man who called himself Ratchet. Now, I will turn to Ratchet's valet, Monsieur Masterman. No, Poirot. Remember Ratchet's sleeping pills.
Okay, then yes.
Ratchet sensed danger close to him and naturally wanted to stay awake. You gave him sleeping pills without his knowledge. Once he was sound asleep, you could do what you had to do in peace.
Sir, I'll tell you the truth. I was Colonel Armstrong's adjutant in the war, sir, and afterwards, I was his valet in New York. I'm afraid I concealed the fact this morning. It was very wrong of me, sir, but I knew how suspicious it would look.
Is that all you have to say?
That's all, sir.
Now, to leave no suspicious stone unturned, let us move on to Monsieur Book.
What? Me?
Wait.
A suspicious stone?
Book,
Yeah,
my
there we
friend.
go.
Of course you are not
That'd be
guilty.
wild.
You did everything you could to get me on this train. What madness would cause you to ensure, and I speak with all modesty, that the best detective in the world could be present to witness your crime?
But doesn't our friendship count as well?
Most assuredly, but a murderer can wear all sorts of masks, including friendship. Let us consider our ever-efficient wagon-lit conductor, Pierre Michel.
Yes. I don't think he stabbed him.
Poirot, you know
But I
better
don't think he
than that.
stabbed him. Obviously, he has something to do with it, but I don't think he stabbed him.
Your admission that you drugged Detective Locke immediately incriminates you, but the murder could not have been possible without your very capable assistance. Your knowledge of train procedures made the murder possible, and your position in the corridor of the train allowed you to be the perfect alibi for several passengers. And your motive? Suzanne Moreau, Daisy Armstrong's poor nanny, who was wrongly accused and committed suicide, was your daughter.
C'est un foiré. He got what he deserved. My poor daughter has finally been avenged. My Suzanne. My child.
Let's move on now to Monsieur Hardman, one of 3 detectives on this train.
Okay, so all of the suspects clearly stabbed him.
He lied about his profession, but he was hired by Ratchet. Why would he kill the man he was hired to protect? Monsieur Hardman, I think you are a real detective, but you were never hired by Ratchet. Your alibi was that you were watching the corridor to protect Ratchet, which, of course, you never did. You protected Pierre Michel. However, we just saw that his alibi doesn't hold up, so neither does yours.
I don't know about the conductor.
Being Suzanne's fiancé, you had a substantial motive to punish Ratchet. You used your detective skills, just as Detective Locke did, to hunt him down and finally avenge the death of your beloved.
That's right, Mr. Poirot. I do have some detective skills.
I never doubted it. Now, Fraulein Schmidt, the lady's maid with the soul of a cook.
Dude, there's so many suspects that's stupid.
I do not think that's the...
No.
Although she tried to protect the princess when I presented her with the embroidered handkerchief, that's not evidence she committed murder. Fräulein Schmidt, you told me of your remorse for drugging Detective Locke. I believe you are sincere. However, as the cook of the Armstrong family, you experienced the drama from within. The death of Daisy, then Sonia Armstrong, who died in childbirth, and finally, Suzanne and John Armstrong.
So much misfortune in that poor family. The death of this criminal is only justice.
Let us move on to Countess Andreni. I was impressed by the earnestness of her husband when he swore to me solemnly on his honor that his wife never left her compartment that night. Should I believe it?
No. What clears her?
Countess Andreni is young and fit, physically quite capable of stabbing Ratchet. The problem must be somewhere else. On the contrary, this fact gives her a motive for murder. Countess Andreni, being Sonia Armstrong's sister, you had every reason in the world to want to avenge her. But you were incapable of stabbing someone, even after what he had done to you and your family. The night of the crime, you simply took a sleeping pill. I appreciate the irony that nearby, Detective Locke was also in a drugged sleep. When you awoke, you thought the nightmare was over.
Rudolph?
Hush, my love.
Hush. Excellent transition. I was coming to you, Count Andreni.
Oh? Maybe? His facial expression changes. I'm gonna say no.
No,
Oh my God.
Poirot, you're dreaming. Wake up.
Excuse me. He didn't like his face.
12 people, a jury. This was very important to all of you. If Countess Andreni did not stab Ratchet, someone had to take her place. And you, Count, the beloved husband. I've seen how fiercely you love and protect your wife.
Enough! I would do anything for Helena. Anything. Even that.
Yes, even that. Let's move on to Monsieur Foscarelli.
I'm gonna say yes.
Detective Locke found out that you were the Armstrong chauffeur, and that you planned to travel on the same train at the same time as Ratchet. That is what made her decide to obtain a ticket as well. Unfortunately, she could not prevent the murder. Have you lost your tongue, Mr. Foscarelli?
Oh, Daisy. She was the delight of the house. Tonio, she called me. And she would sit in the car and pretend to drive me.
And you, Mademoiselle Olson, a champion for the immigrants, a worthy calling.
No.
I do not think
Jesus Christ,
that's
did
the
all
right
of them
answer.
just take rounds stabbing the man?
Admittedly, she lied to me about
I think it's
Mademoiselle
the bottom
Debenham's
answer.
schedule. But one lie does not convict her. Mademoiselle Olson, you supported Madame Hubbard's story about her connecting door latch, a story that I later demonstrated to be impossible. So, You deliberately lied to me, and you also lied about Mademoiselle Debenham's whereabouts.
Enough! I can't take this anymore! I know what you want from me, Mr. Poirot. Very well. Here it is. She was my little Daisy, my angel, so patient. When I patched a scrape or took her temperature, that was my job. But she was so much more to me. She was a shining light in an ever-darkening world. I've tried to honor her by caring for children who have lost everything.
Thank you, Mademoiselle Olsen. You too shed light on your part in this mystery.
She was the nurse.
You were Daisy Armstrong's nurse. I will ask you no more questions. It is enough that you have admitted what I know to be the truth, and I understand. Let's move on. Dr. Constantine.
You suspect me? I know none of these people. I didn't know Ratchet either, and I've taken a solemn oath to help people, not murder them.
Oh, that means nothing, pal. However, I think you're in the clear.
Dr. Constantine was certainly helpful to my investigation, but that does not prove he is innocent. You are one of the few people in this room not to have any connection with the Armstrong case. Moreover, your alibi is confirmed by Monsieur Bouc, whom I would trust with my life.
That is very kindly said, my friend.
We now come to Mademoiselle Debenham and Captain Arbuthnot, whose relationship was not in doubt from the moment I inspected your room at the hotel.
You have a bloody nerve.
Indeed, I do.
We're getting married.
Congratulations. But I would rather talk about your relationship to John Armstrong.
What links the captain to the father of Daisy? Soldiers. How many do I pick? Awesome. There we go.
That's the right answer.
Uh-huh.
Captain Arbuthnot, you served in the army with John Armstrong. What I don't understand is why a man your age is still a captain. One might expect you to be a colonel as well.
Ever fought in a war, Poirot?
It was war that first brought me to England.
Then you know what it's like. There's a shattering sound, and death, and mistakes, acting on intelligence that proved to be wrong. I sent a patrol to their death. Good men, brave men. Wasted. John testified on my behalf at a court-martial. I'm not a colonel. I don't deserve to be, you bloody fool. But I'm also not in prison. John remained my best friend until... There, you have my story. Understand now?
Archie, calm down, please.
You're right, Mary. What you see in me, I don't understand.
Oh, Archie, I see in you what John saw.
Miss Debenham, I'm sorry.
My turn, is it?
I'm afraid so. And you have caused me quite a puzzlement. Your connection with the Armstrong family was not obvious. Then I remembered the job you currently hold.
What job is that? You the teacher? Yeah.
Et voilà. You were the teacher of... You were the teacher of Helena Andrény, whose maiden name was Helena Goldenberg before she married Count Andrény.
Yes, absolutely. Why lie to you? She was an excellent student.
Captain Arbuthnot.
Yes.
No, his vial found at the crime scene was a decoy. You had one of the strongest alibis, thanks to Mr. McQueen. But his testimony melted like a snowflake. There went your alibi. Poof! Unless you have another one. As for you, Mademoiselle Debenham,
I don't remember how many people we've used.
her close relationship with someone guilty in the case, even her motive, do not necessarily make her guilty. Mademoiselle Olsen was the only one who could confirm your alibi. I think you know where you stand.
Very good, Mr. Poirot. Are you satisfied?
I will be soon. Now I must turn to Sonia Armstrong's godmother, Princess Dragomirov.
Yes. He's left-handed. But I don't think...
Princess
Okay, yeah,
Dragomirov, you weren't on my list of suspects at the start, given your social position.
I left my social position in a cold country.
Do you object to being addressed as princess?
I deny people the opportunity. It makes a good story to tell their friends. It also guarantees a good table in the best restaurants.
Princess, there is also, forgive me, your extreme physical fragility.
It does not stop me when I must be strong.
Indeed. Of more importance, though, is the fact that you're the only left-handed person on the train. And the single blow to Ratchet from a left-handed person was very, forgive me, weak. Finally, I'm afraid I know the alibi that you shared with Fraulein Schmidt is false.
You have been very thorough, sir. I hope you will permit me to say we are much alike.
I am honored. Now it is time to end with Mrs. Hubbard, or should I say...
No fucking way.
Think, Poirot.
Oh,
That
it's
is
like,
not a
whoa.
good answer. Linda Arden. If Princess Dragomirov hadn't told me about her relationship with this famous actress, I might not have made the connection. But you are a great actress, madame. Your performance as a flighty, self-involved woman was superb. I never would have guessed something entirely different. As for what ties you to the Armstrong family, it is obvious.
Shit. Oh my, the total guess. They were straight out of luck.
My little gray cells did not let me down. Mrs. Hubbard, you are the mother of Sonia Armstrong and Mrs. Andreni. The fact that Madame Hubbard is actually Linda Arden, Sonia's mother, and a gifted actress of stage and screen, a woman who could teach her fellow conspirators how to play their roles, makes her one of the best placed to organize the murder, no, the execution of Ratchet. But I need material proof.
This.
Madame Hubbard, you really are a remarkable actress. You put so much effort into your character and into staging the murder. I saw it as a perfect mosaic, each person playing his or her allotted part. So carefully arranged that if suspicion should fall on any one person, The evidence of one or more of the others would clear the accused person and confuse the issue. Everything was meticulously planned. But you hadn't expected that Detective Locke and I would be on this train, and the avalanche would block it on the night of the murder. You had to improvise. But again, improvisation would be another of your skills as an actress. So you came up with the story that the latch on the door that communicated with Ratchet's compartment was hidden by the handbag.
I always fancied myself in comedy parts. That slip about the sponge bag was silly. Shows you should always rehearse properly. You know all about it, Mr. Poirot.
Oh my god, dude.
You're a very wonderful man. But even you can't quite imagine what it was like. That awful day. I was just crazy with grief. So were the servants.
all
We
there.
decided then and there that the sentence of death that Ratchet had escaped had got to be carried out. There were 12 of us, or rather 11. Suzanne's father was over in France, of course. First, we thought we'd draw lots as to who should do it, but in the end we decided on this way. It was the driver, Antonio, who suggested it. Mary worked out all the details later with Hector McQueen. It took a long time to perfect our plan. We first had to track Ratchet down. Hardman managed that in the end. Then we had to try and get Edward and Hector into his employment. Well, we managed that. Then we had a consultation with Suzanne's father. Captain Arbuthnot was very keen on having 12 of us. He seemed to think it made it more orderly. He didn't like the stabbing idea much. But he agreed that it did solve most of our difficulties. Well, Suzanne's father was willing. Suzanne had been his only child. We knew from Hector that Ratchet would be coming back from the east, sooner or later, by the Orient Express. With Pierre Michel actually working on that train, the chance was too good to be missed. My daughter's husband had to know, of course, and he insisted on coming on the train with her. Hector wrangled it so that Ratchet selected the right day for traveling when Michel would be on duty. And then, at the last...
Bro, their story is so fucking elaborate. It is insane. Like, they meticulously planned this all out to the T.
Last minute, you came. For the rest of the story, you worked out everything, Mr. Poirot. You were right about all of us. What are you going to do about it? If it must all come out, can't you lay the blame upon me, and me only? I would have stabbed that man 12 times willingly. It wasn't only that he was responsible for my daughter's death and her child's, and that of the other child who might have been alive and happy now. It was more than that. There had been other children kidnapped before Daisy, and there might be others in the future. Society had condemned him. We were only carrying out the sentence, but it's unnecessary to bring all these others into it, all these good, faithful souls.
You are a director of the company, Monsieur Bouc. What do you say?
In my opinion, Poirot, the first theory you put forward was the correct one. Decidedly so. I suggest that that is the solution we offer to the police. You agree, Doctor?
Certainly, I agree. As regards the medical evidence, I think that I made one or two fantastic suggestions.
Then, having placed my solution before you, I have the honor to retire from the case.
I can't believe it was all of them. It was every single passenger on the train except for our friend Mr. Book and the two chefs and the bar guy. Absolutely insane. This was such a good game.
I'm sorry to wake you up in the middle of the night, Poirot, but it couldn't wait. There was a detail that bothered me in my preliminary autopsy of Ratchet's body. I went back to examine the body and I discovered a wound covered by another. The blow I hadn't seen was delivered by a thinner, sharper blade. So there were not 12, but 13 stab wounds.
12 stabs for 12 jurors. It doesn't work with 13 wounds. The symmetry is destroyed.
It can't be one of the culprits who stabbed him twice?
Doctor, a different knife was used. There is only one explanation. Somehow, some way, there is a 13th murderer on this train.
We must tell Book. The case is not solved.
Okay, game not over. Okay, well we got out of the avalanche.
Please, come in. Ah, Book. I see we are moving at last.
Yes. The way was finally cleared while we slept. If all goes well, we will arrive in Venice this evening. The train will be there for several hours for refueling and reprovisioning. What do we do with the 13th murderer? Do you have a lead?
I thought about it. There is one clue that was left aside in my investigation. The diary I found in Ratchet's safe mentioned an appointment in Venice. Someone with the initials AW. He will never keep the appointment. But there should be enough time. I must try to keep that appointment for him.
When and where is the meeting with Ratchet? Oh, can I open it? Oh yeah, there we go. Meeting with AW. Venice? Is that an option? Yeah. Oh, okay, there's the other, one of the answers. That. 10 p.m.? I think that's right. 18? Yeah, boy.
Et voilà.
Yeah, voila. So is that where we're going? Go to the doctor, or on your head.
How would it look to the police if I asked a suspected murderer for help?
I'm not 100% sure where we're going. We confronted all the passengers and determined that 12 of them were suspects. But then there was another knife mark found, and they suspect that there's 13. And now there's something about someone with the initials AW. And Ratchet was supposed to meet AW in Venice. I don't know if that's where the train is going. I don't know where the doctor's at.
I don't have time for small talk. How would it look to the police if I asked a suspected murderer for help?
Oh, this was Locke's room.
I don't have time for small talk. How would it look to the police if I asked a suspected murderer for help?
It'd be fine.
I don't have time for small talk.
That's my room.
I think we should let Ratchet rest in peace. How would it look
maybe
to
he's
the
just not gonna be
police
here at
if
all.
I asked a suspected murderer for help?
Right here the whole time.
Doctor, a moment. Have you made arrangements for Ratchet's body?
Yes, it will be collected by the Italian authorities when we reach Venice. The autopsy will be performed there. However, there is something odd.
Oh?
Since the train is French, jurisdiction must be shared. When I told them you were already on the scene, they have both agreed to support your investigation until we reach Paris. Ratchet's compartment will be sealed until we arrive there. All of those who conspired to kill Ratchet are to be confined to the train until then as well.
So, thanks to you, I am the rope in a tug-of-war between two countries.
Oh, but I thought you would want to be in charge. And isn't it odd we continue on our journey with a trainload of people that police consider potential murderers?
Calm yourself, Doctor. It is not the first time I find myself in the middle. And to be honest, I welcome the chance to see this case through. It is fast becoming one of the most challenging of my career.
Okay, what was the other thing? Okay, maybe Mr. Boo?
Would you be able to accompany me to Venice to follow a lead?
I'm honored you asked me, my friend. I would have loved to help you. But I have to manage the situation here. I must make sure no one gets off the train in Venice and that Ratchet's body is transferred.
Oh, maybe Detective Locke.
So, my dear Book, how does our journey progress?
We are well on our way to Venice. All of our passengers are locked in their rooms by order of the authorities. I watch them when they want to stretch their legs, like the captain there behind you.
I see that you have the situation well in hand.
Detective Locke. Yeah, perfect.
Mademoiselle Locke, you are clearly an excellent police officer. Could you accompany me to Venice for an investigation into Ratchet's activities? There is much we still need to know.
Well, yes, it would be an honor to work with you. And I'm glad you trust me. What do you have in mind?
There was a notation in Ratchet's appointment book. He had an appointment.
With who?
There were only the initials A.W. They were to meet at 10 o'clock at the Fontana dei Conigli. I want to know who Ratchet was meeting and why.
But you've already discovered the 12 conspirators. Why is this meeting important?
Unfortunately, the case is not complete. Dr. Constantine has discovered the presence of a 13th stab wound.
One of them could have stabbed him twice.
The wound was made with another, finer blade. Why would one of them have used two knives? Did they want to confess they killed him more than the others? And if so, why bother to deny it when they have already confessed? No, it makes no sense. And I do not close a case until all questions have been answered. You, of all people, must understand this.
You're right. I do understand. I'll help you.
Thank you. Together, we will uncover the truth. We will arrive in a few hours. Take the opportunity to rest.
I slept well last night. No more effects of the drug.
Excellent. Then be prepared when we reach Venice. We have another mystery to solve.
But I'm confused. Is this AW person on the train? Or are they already in Venice? If they're already in Venice, what does that have to do
This
with
is
the
the third
13?
embarking dock, and no gondoliers
one.
available at all. With Carnival, you can't find a gondolier to cross that damn canal. They're all booked. The worst thing is that the fountain is just across this canal. We're almost there.
Yeah, cat. What a costume.
I see a gondolier just over there.
Where did he go? Oh, he's right there.
I am sure this little problem will pose no challenge to you.
Every carnival, my
Mine.
friends and I mask, and every carnival we lose one another.
Not a very good mime.
Hi there. We'd like to cross the canal, please.
There is a bridge about a kilometer down the canal.
Please. According to the map, the Fontana dei Conigli is just across the canal here.
No, I, Gabriele, cannot help you. I'm sorry.
We'll miss the 10 o'clock rendezvous if we try to get through this crowd. And have to walk a kilometer in both directions. Why is he refusing to take us across? He looks upset. I should try to find out why.
If it's a
Doesn't
matter
want
of
to.
price, I'm sure we can work it out.
Money? Money won't help me now.
His problem isn't money. What is it then?
I don't know.
Show me how an American detective would handle this.
Ancora una volta sono dalla parte spagliata del canale per la festa.
Sorry, I don't speak Italian.
Yeah, no clue. Oh, a cat.
Not a picture for the tourist brochures.
How cute. Fly away. I got an achievement for that. But it's nobody over here to talk to. What you guys doing? Dance circle. Excuse me. Okay, here. Can't go back anymore this way. And wow, we can go really far back. Oh, this is brilliant. Nobody over here to talk to. Yep. Over here.
It's calm and relaxing, although not as clean as it could be.
Push you off. Let me try to go back. Who's over there? Wait, who are you?
It's impossible to find a gondolier during carnival.
Oh?
Ah, what a sham. A beautiful bouquet crushed by revelers. Bella Chiara, the beautiful Chiara. A beautiful name for a beautiful gondola.
Okay. Sounds like a love issue.
Nice.
Nice.
Good.
Mona Lisa.
That's it. No rookie mistake there.
I'm sorry you had a fight with Chiara.
What? How did you know?
I'm a detective. I'd like to help, if I can.
If you have a spare engagement ring, detective, I'll take it.
Ah, I see. You lost the engagement ring you were planning to give Chiara?
Lost? It is worse than that. I threw it away in the canal. I bitterly regret this gesture. I now find myself without a girlfriend and without a ring.
Probably in that trash pile.
If we find the ring, maybe the gondolier will take us across.
You are right. There is not much time. I will help you.
Oh, look at that.
I know someone who will be happy. I don't need an empty soda can. There are too many plastic bottles in the world.
Love problem solved. Right, like you lost the damn ring in the river. Go get a new one.
Excuse me. I believe I have something that belongs to you.
Mamma mia, grazie mille, signorina. With this, I can now win my Chiara's heart again. I know it. How to thank you?
My friend and I need to get to the other side. We have a very important date at the Fontana di Conigli.
Ah, yes. The rabbit fountain. Of course, I'll take you across. Then I will call Chiara. Hopefully she will forgive me.
I'm sure she will.
Well done, Detective Locke.
So that word means rabbit fountain.
This district of Venice is very charming. You will love it.
Longest boat ride. Cat.
If it's not too much to ask, can you wait for us until we return?
Yes, no worries. I can call Chiara from here. To find the fountain, walk along the quay on the left, then cross the bridge and you are there. You cannot miss it.
Got it. Thank you.
Thank you, signorina. You have made me the happiest gondolier in Venice. I fixed everything.
Perfect. We need to go that way, but I'm gonna go this way. Make sure we don't miss anything. Why are you guys all like bunched up in the alleyway? Around the corner over the bridge. Yeah, there's the fountain. With the bunnies! Who are you?
It's 9:55. The right time in the right place. Now AW just needs to show up.
You made me run, Detective Locke. Poirot does not run. I'll wait, sitting down.
Okay, so that person walked out. Oh, where'd they go? Not you. Did they put on a costume? You look
I have an
suspicious.
appointment with you, don't I?
No, dove la tua maschera?
Maybe not. Okay, we can talk to this person and that one over there. You.
We have an appointment, I believe?
I don't think so. I've never met you.
Oh.
I have an appointment with you, don't I?
No, dove la tua
Oh, wait, right there. Wait, who's that though?
We have an appointment, I believe?
I don't think so.
Did you have an appointment here at the fountain?
Yes, to party.
I mean, I imagine they're only over here near the fountain, right? That's the person that walked out of the building.
Did you see anyone who could be AW?
No, no one. But who knows what those masks and costumes are hiding?
It's you. It's you. And one of you. Not you.
Did you have an appointment here at the fountain?
Yes, to party.
Yeah, I've asked everybody. Unless something changed when I went and talked to Detective Man.
I have an appointment with you.
No, dove la...
Did you have an appointment?
Yes, to party.
We have an appointment.
I don't think so.
Did you see anyone who could be AW?
No, no one.
Did I miss someone?
We have an appointment.
I don't think so.
Yeah. Can't go back this way.
I have an appointment.
No.
Can't talk to them. Blonde? Oh, get the fuck up.
If there's no one to help me, they won't mind if I help myself. Aziz Wadi. That's the only name that corresponds to the initials AW.
Spacente, non ti ho sentito. Posso aiutarla?
Hello, I'm looking for the Fontana dei Canigli. Do you know where it is?
Ah, it's right in front of the hotel. It's easy to recognize because of rabbits.
Thank you. I had an appointment with someone, but I can't find him. I wondered if you might be staying in your hotel.
I can't help you unless you give me the name.
I have an appointment with Mr. Aziz Wadi. Do you know if he's here?
Well, unfortunately, he left the hotel this morning. He seemed to be in a hurry, but he left a carta. You are?
I'm Mrs. Ratchet.
Mr. Wadi asked me to give the message to the signore, but I suppose this is okay.
I'm being watched. Change our meeting place. We're arguing.
The receptionist is here. No need to ring the bell.
Dude, there's so many cats.
So, mademoiselle, was our mysterious AW here?
No, but I managed to get his name, Aziz Wadi, and a letter he wrote for Ratchet. It seems to be a kind of riddle rhyme.
Let me see.
We've been playing this game for fucking almost 3 hours and 15 minutes, and we still, like, neck
Well,
deep in it.
Ratchet
I really
and
thought it was
Mr.
over
Wadi
earlier.
must love this book to refer to it so much.
Yes, I think we have to search and find the tracks that this person left for Ratchet to find him.
I think so. Lead the way, Mademoiselle Locke.
Solving the riddle. How do I look at the riddle? Right here? I think I'm being watched to change our meeting place. Alice was sitting on the fountain. She glanced at the statue of the white rabbit. Suddenly the beast hopped away. Alice followed it. White rabbit.
Do you need help, Detective Locke?
It looks like the writer of this letter is quoting Alice in Wonderland.
No, I think it is a pastiche. Monsieur Carroll was a much better writer than this.
It's a riddle. No, a map.
Both. I think Mr. Wadi was worried their business might be known, and has given Ratchet directions to a new rendezvous point. Mr. Wadi's letter mentions a rabbit. The rabbit fountain is an obvious starting point. I believe the letter refers to this place.
Oh, but I didn't read the whole thing.
We have a reference to hats in the letter. Where can we find hats? If we follow the letter, our next landmark will be a cat. A real cat is not likely. Let's try to find a picture or a sign with a cat. A place with playing card soldiers. It sounds like a metaphor. What place could make us think of soldiers? The last paragraph suggests a door that requires a passcode. If I understand correctly, this code will be made up of numbers that we will find along the way.
One of these. Oh my god, how fucking cute is that?
Shiny facial hair. The good news is that it's gold.
Facial. Okay, here's a white rabbit, so I have to go this way. Something about hats, right? Crossing a bridge. Two men who were arguing had tall hats. Bridge. Right here? 8? Does that mean something? Pete led her back to the narrow alleyway, then to where she found a cat drinking tea. Mischievous kitty ran into another alley. Alice was after her. I don't know if it actually means to go back or not. Like a picture of a cat. A cat? Nope, one cat. Are they arguing? Cat drinking tea. Oh, wait, is that it right there on the table? Maybe not. And large square with barracks for playing card soldiers. Oh, playing cards. And police. Okay. This way, we look for a large. Maybe it's the other way. Oh. That's not it. Damn, bro. Good. You dead? Oh, the cat. What are the numbers for? Eight and 4. Who's the last one? Oh, okay, we need the numbers for the passcode. So we've got 8 and 4. Got 8 from the hat place, 4 from the cat thing. Need to find the police station again. Oh, 9? Oh, this is the fucking, okay. Creepy about it. Okay, so we're missing a number. That. Eight, 4, and 9. Okay, we got 8 from this. I need to go back to the... I wonder where that's at. You. I think it was this way. Way. The cat thing. It's the pass out ice cream dude. Six. 8, 9, 4, 6. Oh geez, we're back at the rabbits. Oh, there's a 2. 8, 9. Shit now. This way, there's the cats. Down here? Yeah. Go. Yeah, bitch. What is this one for? Nothing.
Hey, you. I can't lose them.
Oh, God. Don't fucking roll. Oh, where'd they go? Oh, they're right here. No. I don't know which way they went. Y'all. I'm gonna fuck this shit up.
No!
I think it'd be that quick. Run, girl, run!
Move over.
Love that for us.
Too many! Too many masks! The murderer could be standing there watching me and laughing.
I don't know which one it is.
Yes, Detective Locke?
The murderer got away. I'm coming back. But it looked like he dropped something when he climbed the first wall.
All right, I'll go and see. For my part, unfortunately, I could do nothing for the victim. He was already dead. I have already alerted the Italian authorities. I will see what I can find while I wait for them.
Wall. So he went this way. We gotta cross the bridge. I need him to run like she was. Oh, a passport? A little.
A false passport with Ratchet's picture. Clark? Ratchet? How many others? Now he will become Enrico Caldo. It appears Ratchet changed his identity as often as his socks.
I don't think there's anything else here. Maybe there is. Oh, no. We need to go back to the body. Who does that? Having somebody in sight.
A pair of women's glasses. Was Ratchet planning a new identity?
Dollar bills, y'all.
There must be several tens of thousands of dollars in this bag. The victim was stabbed. Apparently the method of choice in this case. A bunch of keys. If, as seems likely, Mr. Wadi is a resident of Geneva, then one of these may belong to his home there. Various clothes in a suitcase. Mr. Wadi was obviously planning to leave this city. Mr. Wadi's Swiss passport. I'll see if I can find a match on the internet to confirm his identity.
Oh, I didn't pay attention. He looks old.
No, not good. This is wrong. But I'm never far from the truth.
Oh, I forget that you can, look at the evidence while we're doing the thing. Oh.
I do not think that's the right answer.
That is last name's
That's
wrong.
the right answer.
Your own conclusion. I mean, I feel like it's a stretch, but why not?
This appears to be a good lead.
I'm sorry I couldn't catch the suspect, Mr. Poirot.
There is no need to apologize, mademoiselle. Your efforts were marvelous. I found some information about Mr. Wadi.
Did you access the FBI database?
Don't worry, my little gray cells were enough. However, the database may confirm the origin of these banknotes.
No need. I included them when I continued my investigation.
Excellent.
Oh? Maybe. Yes.
Hey, I'm a pretty good detective after all.
Another 215.
The detective gets it right.
276. No, right there.
Score. 1 for the good guys.
Perfect.
Mr. Poirot, it's part of the ransom money from the Armstrong case.
You are surprised?
I suppose not. So Ratchet had it in an account at the Banque du Lac.
It would seem so. He knew the serial numbers on the banknotes could be traced, and he could not spend it, so he stashed it there.
But now he's run low, something he didn't count on. He hopes enough time has passed so he can begin to spend the ransom money.
Ah, there is something else he didn't count on.
What's that?
He didn't count on you, Detective Locke, and your tenacity.
Thank you. But we are still left with a murderer on the loose.
But we progress. We know Mr. Wadi had an appointment with Ratchet. He had a bag full of money and a passport with Ratchet's photo, but a new name. What is your opinion about the passport?
What about Ratchet's passport? Wanted to disappear again.
I discovered that he was arrested in Armenia for trafficking in stolen art and was supposed to be arraigned in January. Once again, he changed his identity and vanished.
You are correct, mademoiselle. He also told me that he was threatened, and that threatening letter we found in his room was real. He had to disappear once again.
How did the murderer leave the money? I mean, it's a big risk.
The bag isn't very big. He could have easily run away with it. If he didn't take it, it was deliberate. He wasn't interested in the money. If the motive wasn't money, it leaves passion or revenge for motive.
So, Detective Locke, what do you think? Passion or revenge?
think it's revenge.
Revenge seems like an obvious motive to me. The murderer carefully followed Wadi from the fountain to the new meeting place despite Wadi's precautions. That is cold and careful.
Excellent. We cannot yet know for certain, but that is a sound psychological analysis. We have an idea of the motive. It is the same motive as that of our 12 would-be murderers on the train. But we still must know who was under that mask.
Ooh. I'm gonna say the person who... But there were 12 people I killed. Stabbed Ratchet.
I think Wadi's killer is also Ratchet's murderer. The motive for both deaths was revenge, and both are related to the Armstrong case through the ransom money.
Exactly. So our murderer is linked to the Armstrong case. The money is linked to the Armstrong case. But these glasses that I found in the bag, they must have something to do with this case too.
Wait, those glasses mean something to me.
Second. Who do these glasses belong to?
Wait, I know. I've seen these. They belong to
These are the
Susan Moreau,
ladies.
little Daisy's nurse. I remember seeing them in her bedroom.
Oh,
but they were gone the day she died.
I remember the press saying that the nurse had committed suicide.
I've always believed otherwise, and the glasses are proof that she was killed by Ratchet or his accomplice. He took those glasses. I always had a gut feeling, but now, Mr. Poirot, now I have proof Suzanne was innocent.
Yes, you do. But the question I ask myself is this. Why did Ratchet keep these glasses?
Used your fake evidence.
Ratchet used to leave fake evidence at the scene of his crimes to incriminate others. He did the same thing to frame Suzanne.
Possibly, but keeping an object belonging to his victim as a souvenir of the murder, that is the behavior of a fetishist.
Now that you mention it, in my investigation at the time, I had already found Daisy's hair clip in Ratchet's cabin, and now we find Suzanne's glasses in a bag for Ratchet.
2 objects from 2 victims of Ratchet. He is a trophy hunter.
Okay, we managed to clear up some of the gray areas. What now?
The bag only contained a fraction of the $1 million ransom of the Armstrong case. The rest must still be in a secure place. I will make a wager with you that it is the Banque du Lac in Geneva where Mr. Wadi worked.
Wadi was also the keeper of Ratchet's secrets. They were killed by the same murderer.
Agreed. Well, there is nothing more we can do here except wait for the police. Prepare yourself for a long evening with the police. We have a lot of explaining to do.
And after that?
A visit to Geneva, perhaps?
Or this just keeps going and going and going and going. Okay. Alright, y'all. That is it for this morning and to this light afternoon. I was hoping we would have finished this by now. I didn't suspect it to keep going as long as it has. However, it's been a really good game. I'm enjoying it. I hope you guys are enjoying it. I will be back on tonight, 9 p.m. EST, and I'm gonna pick up right here. Try to knock this shit out the water. Be like real close to being done. I feel it in my bones. Although I've been saying that for like 3.5 hours now. I appreciate everyone that's been here today. Love you guys. You guys the best. If you're new here and you have enjoyed the stream, please slap the follow button. I would greatly appreciate it. I will keep you guys in the loop with if something happens to change. I don't think it will, but if you do not follow me on Twitter, my social link is in the chat. It has all my socials, but the most important one is Twitter. That's where I post the most. Nothing should happen, but just in case. So I will plan to see you guys at 9 o'clock tonight. Bye.
Sounds right.